everyone and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. Today we're going to be playing Love Island the game Season 3 Day 2 Part 3. Now this part I've been looking forward to because I played the last two bits, you've watched them, I've really enjoyed them, and now we're back. I am going to be doing a round the 5-bit episode for days 1 and 2, so if you have any questions to that, do leave them in the comments below and I will be getting that up for you very soon. We won't be uploading tomorrow, which is Monday, but we will be back with a brand new video on Tuesday for you, so keep that in mind. As you know, we're trying to get videos out for you so much more often at the moment, so if you haven't already, make sure you click that notification bell next to the subscribe button to be notified every single time a video goes live. They're a bit all over the place at the moment, I have to say. This part is called Not at the Dinner Table. Hungry? The boys are making dinner. I have been getting a lot of questions on this as well, so I'm just going to bring it up quickly. But I do have a lot of gems because I bought a lot of gems. You guys always ask where they came from. I bought them so I could test out some of the gem options so you guys could see them. But I got them so I could play my game as fully as I can, or I feel fit to, so you guys can enjoy. It's you guys who also help to fund those gems as well, because clicking on ads, watching ads, it helps. Everything helps. So thank you so much. Welcome back to the Island of Love, most commonly referred to as Love Island. That would have been more effective if I'd have done a drum roll. I'm sure they'll edit one in for the replay. Previously, our islanders got to know each other better during some romantic dates. Yeah, it was really romantic. Thanks, Eladine. But after 3 dates with nothing but champagne, everyone's a little peckish. And probably a bit tipsy. Never fear, the boys are ready to cook up a storm. Perfection takes time, you know. Looking tasty, Camilo. And the food's good too. You and the other girls are getting ready for dinner. I wonder what they're cooking up for us. I'm hoping for something simple like bangers and mash. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind something a little posher. But I'm not sure I trust those boys in the kitchen, you know. True. Bill told me that there's only 3 seasonings you ever need to use. Salt, pepper, and curry powder. I couldn't believe it. The Seb thinks you can cook everything in a saucepan. Even when he wants to fry something. Oh great, now I'm actually scared. How do you think the boys' cooking is going to be, Triss? I think it's going to be a bit half-baked. The girls roll their eyes, except for Mikey and Iona, who burst into laughter. I love puns! People say they're not funny, but like, why am I laughing? Because you both have a terrible sense of humour? Mikey pauses for a moment. I don't think it's that. It's definitely that, mate. Genevieve grins. To be fair, I bet not all of you can cook either. True. I once burned a poached egg. That's pretty normal, babe. No, I mean like burned it. I charred it to a crisp. How'd you manage that? I have no idea. AJ burned a poached egg to a crisp somehow. I'd love to see that. Well, if you're ever in my flat, maybe I'll show you. Just make sure you eat before you come round. The smell of food wafts up to the dressing room and you feel your stomach rumble. I hope that means my dinner is nearly ready. Whatever it is. Oh, my stomach's growling too. That smells incredible. I'm suddenly super hungry. Come on then, let's go and see what they've made. Triss isn't even dressed yet though. Mikey grins at you and rolls her eyes. Babe, come on. Time to make myself fabulous. I quite appreciated Iona and Mikey laughing at my jokes, so. Okay, the options have slightly expanded, so we've now got this new jumpsuit thing, but I don't think we've exhausted the blue dress quite yet. It's a chill evening tonight, no need to play my cards all at once. Ooh, Triss, I never got to say before how much I love that on you. Thanks, babe. What are we waiting for? Let's get down there. If you're just tuning in, Iona is supposed to be Scottish, and I can't do a Scottish accent, which made Bobby really fun last season. You enter the kitchen. The walls are splattered with strings of spaghetti, the odd mushroom, and various sauces. The sink is overflowing with dirty dishes and discarded cooking utensils. Pans clatter, cutlery falls to the floor, and over the din, the boys' voices cut through with the odd curse. The only boy who seems calm and quiet is Camilo. Hey boys! Hey girls! Oh, Harry, you knocked my mushroom onto the floor! Why was it so close to the edge? Bill sighs as he rinses the mushroom off. It was the centrepiece of the dish! A mushroom was the centrepiece. When the dish is called Mushroom Surprise, of course it's the centre. Wouldn't it be hidden? You know, with it being a surprise and all. But that's a surprise. I'm confused. In a dish called Mushroom Surprise, the mushroom should be on the top and centre. This, right, I'm not just saying this to get close to Bill. This annoys me. When someone says something's like a vegetable surprise and they don't have vegetables like on it, like you've told me what's in it already. Like it's not a surprise. If it's a mushroom surprise, you have the mushroom on the top and then a surprise. You know, something a bit different. It's not a mushroom surprise because otherwise you'd just say it's a surprise. See? Glad someone gets it. You and Triss are the only ones. Iona stumbles slightly as her shoe gets caught in the floor. Ew. The floor is stickier than my local pub on a bank holiday weekend. You look around. The kitchen is a disaster and the boys seem to be struggling. What should I say? Do you need a hand? Does it look like we do? Yes. Kinda, yeah. The other girls nod in agreement. That's a kind offer, but we've got this. He steps back to his counter. There's a squelching sound. What the? Did you just step on my tomato? Why was it on the floor? It's round. It rolled off the counter. Bill's standing over a tower of grated cheese. He's still grating. That's a lot of cheese, Bill. Gotta have cheese with your pasta. But I'd also like some pasta with my cheese. You see Seb standing over a small bag of onions. He pokes at them tentatively as if they might bite him. I am so out of my element, man. Did you check the pasta before draining it, Harry? Harry pulls the colander out of the sink. Steam rises off of it. What? Nah, it's been long enough. Are you sure it looks a bit stiff? It's good, love. See? He takes a piece of rigid pasta out of the colander and crunches down on it. His face twists and spits it out into the bin. He fills up a new pan with fresh water. Don't forget the salt. Alright, speaking of salt, there's enough flying around from you girls. Go on, take your bants elsewhere and let us get on with the grub. But I'm fascinated by your process. Or lack of. Out! You all walk away giggling. So, the food looked interesting. It smelled so good. How did it look so bad? I swear something on a plate just winked at me. I'll be honest, it was kind of hot to see them all sweating in there. But true, despite the disaster, they seemed to be taking it seriously. But they were really bad at it. So who caught your eye, Mikey? Maybe Nikki? He seems so in control. I can't argue with that. I thought Seb was adorable. He looked so lost and out of place. Why was he poking the onions? The others shrug. Seeing as we're talking about the guys, how's everyone feeling about their couples? There's a pause, then Mikey sighs. Bill's a bit odd. He keeps telling me these strange theories he has. You and the rest of us. Mikey thinks Bill is a bit odd. I actually don't mind his bants. At least I think it's bants. It's not the worst thing for someone to have opinions, even if he does have a lot of them. Iona smirks. Camilo was obviously a bit of alright, but we haven't talked much. How do I feel about Camilo? The things I do to him? Like I wouldn't be able to control myself. We'd be at it non-stop. And then we'd really spice things up when I get out the... You stop yourself. Oh, sorry. I got a little carried away. Oh, don't stop. It was just getting good. Genevieve laughs. I picked Harry because he's honestly one of the cutest boys here, but he's a bit immature. Oh, this is really mean. I don't want to say he's a bit of a tryhard, and I don't want to say he seems nice, but I'm not interested. But he hasn't got a lot of confidence, and I don't necessarily want to nibble on those cute ears. I don't know. I'm actually really stuck on this option. I didn't think I would be. Do I say I'm not interested? If I say I'm not interested, hopefully that wouldn't get back to Harry. I'm going to say I'm not interested, just because you guys seem to really like Harry, so you guys are playing his storyline a lot as well. So if I go for a different boy, or even if I keep my options open for now, you guys will still see a bigger story, I guess. So he seems nice, but I'm not interested. Well, that's fine. Just means one more cutie for us. That's if Genevieve will share him. Hey, I've already said I'm not 100% sold either. Just then, Camilo's voice breaks through your chat. Grubs up, ladies! Great, I'm starving. Seem, I just hope they've made something edible. The 6 of you make your way over to the dining table. The boys' feast is set out in front of you. You look around. One of the boys is missing. Where's Camilo? He's just finishing up in the kitchen. Seems to think he's some kind of master chef or something. To be fair, his food looked immense. And ours doesn't. Settle down, lads. Let the ladies decide, yeah? Let's see what's on offer. A bowl of something? The thick sludge is the same shade of brown you get after mixing a bunch of different paints together. It smells earthy, almost like a garden centre. Well, this is interesting. What is it? It's soup. How did you make it? Okay, well, I'm going to be the first to admit that I don't know how to make soup. So I guesstimated. I gathered a bunch of veg that was lying around, blended them with water and herbs, and then heated it up. Which herbs? The green ones, this is amazing. Thanks. It's like we're seeing how Nikki's mind works. Huh? Let's see what's on offer. Let's see what the plate of mushy pasta's about. At least you think it's pasta. There's so much grated cheese covering it, it's hard to tell where the cheese ends and the pasta begins. This looks great. It does? Yeah, I love cheesy pasta. Well, it was meant to be spag bowl, but someone kept stepping on my ingredients. He glares at Harry. Mate, I'll ask again. Why was the mince on the floor? You see AJ go to take a spoonful of the spaghetti, but it gets lodged in the starchy mess. Oh, Harry, how long did you leave the pasta to simmer? Well, after realising it wasn't done, I left it on for another 20 minutes. You know, blitz it to be safe, right? Oh my god! Everybody knows how to cook pasta. If you don't, it's fine. Follow the packet instructions. You don't leave it on to be safe for 20 minutes. The worst thing in the world is soft pasta. Let's see what the questionable fruit salad is about. The bowl is filled with watermelon slices. Each one is cut to different shapes and sizes. How is this a fruit salad? It's just watermelon. Look closer. You peer closer at the collection of red, green and black and then you spot them. Are those tomatoes? Bingo! Why? Because cutting up that bloody watermelon took so long, we only had time to chuck in a handful of other fruits. The tomatoes were just sat there. And you know, they're fruits after all. True. I don't think I would have made that connection. Why not? Both are red. I have this theory, here we go, that if you combine food of the same colour, it can't taste bad. So like with a salad, if you only use green veg, it works. Just try and show me otherwise. Iona points to the bowl of fruit. Like, right there. Where's yours, Seb? He points to a chopping board with a single onion lying on it. Oh, well, at least you tried. No, I didn't. Come on girls, dig in. All the girls go quiet. The only noise any of them makes is AJ's stomach as it rumbles. What should I start with? I'm going to go safe and pick the fruit. Going with what you think is the safest option, you pick up a slice of watermelon. Half a tomato slides off its surface. Maybe not. I don't get it. What smelled so good? What do you mean? She gestures at the food. Just then, you all turn to see Camilo holding a tray. Sorry for the wait. Perfection takes time, you know. He sets the tray down. You see everyone's eyes go wide at the sight of what looks like pastries. You made Cornish pasties. They're empanadas actually. Like a pasty but filled with a very different spice mix. They look amazing. Thanks, it's a family recipe. I've made 3 types. Meat, veggie with cheese and vegan. Hand one over, quick. Help yourselves. I'll take a veggie one. I remembered. That's really good, it remembered. Your mouth waters uncontrollably. You bite down. The combination of cheese and beans is perfect. They're incredible. This is better than sex. Hell, this is sex. Like, in my mouth. You realise how that sounds? I know exactly how that sounds. Ah, come off it. No way are they that good. The other boys grumble. Bill puts a spoonful of his pasta into his mouth. He chews it slowly and then puts the spoon back. Sorry, I can't stop laughing. What's this? A speechless Bill? I think the pasta's glued his mouth shut. Bill swallows hard, wincing slightly, then grabs an empanada and tentatively tastes it. His eyes go wide and he hungrily takes another few quick bites. They're alright, I suppose. You continue to tuck in. Camilo's food is amazing. I love a man that can cook. Oh yeah? You know, this is just a tasty snack, right? You're a tasty snack. Touché. I thought the food was meant to be hot, not the conversation. Oh, I almost forgot. He quickly heads back to the kitchen. You hear him rummage around for a moment before emerging carrying a tray filled with cake and brightly coloured ice cream. Whoa, where did you make that? I didn't, it was in the freezer. I guess they were put there as a treat for us. The freezer, of course. I should have looked in there from the start. What kind of cake is it? Let's find out. He slices into the cake, producing a neat multicoloured slice. It's a rainbow cake. What's rainbow taste like? Happiness. Alright, I'm just going to set this down over here. Everyone has to eat their hot food first. Aww. That means eating Camilo's food? Ooh! You all dig in. Man, this grub's so good. It reminds me of a date I had at this Brazilian barbecue place. They just keep piling meat onto our plates. At one point, I couldn't see my date's face through the meat tower. There was a restaurant like that used to be in the O2 in London. They used to come around with plates of meat and they used to like shave them off in front of you and give them to you. That was probably like the most memorable meat experience I ever had. Sounds class. It was at first, but I really didn't think it through. By the end of the meal, we could hardly move. Kinda goes without saying neither of us exactly felt sexy after eating that much. That's not that bad a date. Oh, go on, Seb, what's a bad date? Seb grunts and laughs. So, I once dated this girl, Ashleigh or something. Shout out to me and New York Knicks who are watching this. Woohoo! I can't remember her name, which is fitting seeing as she never remembered mine. Oh, ouch, what do you mean? The entire time we were seeing each other, she called me Mark. It got past the point where I could correct her. So what did you do, man? The only thing I could, I dumped her. It was either face the discomfort of dumping her or telling her that my name was Seb after 3 months of dating. I know which one I preferred. Seb dumped a girl because she kept calling him Mark. Wait, your name isn't Mark? No? Oh, I'm so sad that he was sad. That was a joke. Oh no. Whoa, well, good thing you cleared that up. I thought Seb was just a nickname, like short for Mark, you know? Ha ha. Very funny. Knock it off. Sure thing. Mark. Seb grumbles, but he can't help but grin at you and Nikki. Want to hear something even more awkward than that? Always. This one time I was meant to meet this girl at a posh restaurant in the middle of town. I dressed up all fancy and everything for this date. But she stood me up. What? Her loss. Wait, it gets better. So it was all ready for a night out and I thought, sod it, and I went out with a few of my girlies. I met a guy there and ended up going back to his flat. Turns out he lived with his sister. Oh my god, AJ, no way. Who was the girl that stood me up? Awkward, that is really, really awkward. No way. AJ's the player. What did you do, hun? To say mood killer was an understatement. But we actually laughed it off and watched some cheesy horror films. That's so sweet. AJ got off with the brother of the girl who stood her up. You seem so chill about it. I don't think it helps to get angry over these things. It's not like we knew each other that well. It was just an inconvenience with a happy ending. Alright, well I want to hear one of Triss's stories. She must have a few. Wow, thanks. Do I have an embarrassing dating story? I once went home with someone else, I took a girl to the circus, or I got a guy back for cheating. I'm tempted to go with I once went home with someone else, but that's what AJ technically just said, so maybe we'll go I got a guy back for cheating. What? I went out on a date with this guy I met on an app. Things were going well and he heads to the bathroom. Then his phone rings and the word wife flashes up on the screen. Wait, he just had her down as wife on his phone? Who does that? This guy. What did you do? I took her number down, forwarded her the conversations I'd had with her husband, then left. You badass. You all continue chatting while you eat Camilo's amazing food. Eventually, Harry gets up to clear the table. I thought you moaned about cleaning earlier. Yeah, well, I had a nice night and don't want to ruin it. He picks up the plate of spaghetti and goes to move past you. Harry, I swear to God, if you drop this on me. As he does, the chunk of it slides off, landing on your head. What the? There's a well of sauce in the middle of the spaghetti. The red liquid seeps down onto you. We have to do a food fight now, that's just the rules. The sauce surprise. Mate! Hey! Don't look at me like that, you'd all have found it earlier if you'd actually eaten it. Can we get back to the fact that I'm covered in cold sauce and spaghetti? No one seems to be bothered by this. Start a food fight! I called it, yes. Maybe I should show them I mean business. Start a food fight! You grab a handful of pasta out of your hair. Who should I throw this at? Harry? Yeah, Harry. You turn to Harry and grin. Mate, why are you staring at me like that? You launch the food from your hand. It makes a satisfying plopping sound as it lands on Harry's head. See, I couldn't throw it at Seb because I've thrown way too many things at his head. Ah! Everyone else goes quiet. Harry pulls a string of spaghetti for his head, then turns to face you. Oh, it's on, Triss. He picks up a gloopy handful of cake and ice cream and hurls it at you. You manage to duck it just in time for it to hit Nikki! The gooey mess splatters across Nikki's face instead. So it's like that, Harry? He picks up an empanada, takes a bite, puts it back down, and then throws some of Bill's pasta at Harry. Bill, how is your pasta so thick? It's like a brick. Before you know it, food is flying all over the place. Iona chucks a chunk of watermelon at Harry, who deflects it with his plate. He then grabs a bottle of mustard and squeezes it hard, letting loose a torrent of the hot yellow liquid. Through the chaos, Harry walks up to you. Looks like you got me good. What can I say? I'm a cracking shot. Maybe later you can show me what else you're good at. Harry! He winks at you. But there's something you're not very good at. Oh? Paying attention! He points behind you. You turn just in time to see the pasta leave Seb's hand before it hits you in the chest. Ha! That's it. I'm going to get... I don't know why, but I feel like Camilo would get offended if I threw something at him. AJ would laugh. Let's get AJ. Oi, AJ! Huh? You grab a handful of the pasta and launch it at AJ. It sticks pleasingly to her face. Oh, the sauce surprise is everywhere! Okay, in hindsight, it was not a good idea. What did I do to you? Bill swivels around with fistfuls of food. Prepare to get wrecked. Nikki, Harry and Camilo turn to face him, all bearing food in their hands. Oh wow, wait a minute lads. They let loose. Pasta, watermelon, cake, ice cream and some mystery foods fly through the air. Bill is covered in them. Oh, I'm done, you got me. As the last chunk of watermelon lands on an outdoor light, everyone stops and looks down at the mess, the floor, the table and themselves. Well, that got intense. I think I have cheese in my ear. Damn, that would have been a perfect setup for some kind of cheesy one-liner joke. Too bad I never say cheesy one-liners. Give it time. Camilo looks at you. Wow, Trish, you're covered in gunk. Yeah, I need to clean up. Want me to come with you? Yeah, that'd be great, thanks. Let's go then. You and Camilo step into the bathroom. Bits of sauce and pasta drip onto the floor. Oh, it's so cold and slimy. Don't worry, we'll get it off. You start to wipe away some of the sauce on your leg. Camilo pulls strands of spaghetti off your back. The tips of his fingers brush against your neck and shoulders. That food fight got messy. You were smart to get to the shower first. That wait is going to be long for everyone else. What should I say to Camilo? Enjoying the view back there? I'd be lying if I said no. You turn so you're facing him. Hey, Tris, tell me about your family. Just kind of normal, really. Just your typical family, you know. He chuckles. I used to wonder what it'd be like growing up in one of them. There's always something going on in my family. Something loud. People think we're arguing even when we're agreeing. Tell me more about your family. I want to hear all about them. Well, there's my mum and dad, then my two sisters, Gabriella and Alejandra, and then my brother. And literally about 50 cousins, no bands. What's your brother's name? Tom. He shrugs. I think my parents wanted to mix it up a little bit by the time they had him. Are you the oldest? Yeah. Gabriella and Alejandra are 22 and 21, and Tom's 19. He smiles with such genuine warmth for a moment you can almost feel it on your skin. We're family, but we're mates too. You feel me? That's so nice. Yeah, we're tight. He looks down. A lot of people around my end aren't so lucky. Divorce and that. Oh, I'm going to give him a hug because he looks sad. Hey. You shuffle over to him and put your arm around his broad shoulders. His back is hard and muscular. He immediately brightens and hugs you back. His warm, strong hands wrap around you. He smells like coffee, cherries and cinnamon. He whispers in your ear. You are well fit. Very romantic statement to make in the moment there, Camilo. I'm going to give him a peck on the cheek. You softly plant your lips on his tan cheek, noting with satisfaction that the hairs on his arms stand up. Any chance of another? That's all for now. Blimey, Mamacita. I'm going to have to up my game, aren't I? Yep. Alright, well, I should get showered. I'd offered to join you, but there wouldn't be much cleaning happening. You're right. Anyway, Camilo, didn't that happen on the last season of Love Island? Wasn't there a couple called Ashleigh and Bobby who got it on in the shower on their first week in the villa? Isn't that a bit weird? Yeah, Tris, that is a bit weird, so we won't do that today, but you know, I'll leave you to it. That hot shower is going to feel so good. You run the water until it steams and jump in. As you remove the remnants of pasta and watermelon, your thoughts drift to your time in the villa so far. It's only been 2 days, but so far my highlight has been becoming friends with Seb. We just get each other, and we're only at the start of it all. I can't wait to see what else is in store. You turn the shower off and towel dry yourself. But first I should get changed. Right, I'm still on my own, remember? But I really like this. Was that there last time? It must have been. But it's not really like sexy, is it? And I do feel like the slouchy look does suit Tris more. I feel like being cozy instead of sexy tonight. I'm proper jealous of you, Tris. Why? Because you look so good so easily. You don't even have to try. Thanks, Iona. That's so sweet. Also, someone pointed this out in the comments, but it's true. AJ made a quip about our pyjamas when she was practically wearing the same thing, and Iona is also wearing practically the same thing. It's true. You sprawl out in a large empty bed and take a final look around the room. Camilo catches your gaze and winks in response. A sly smile spreads across his face. I can't believe I've got one of the fittest guys here interested in me. Mate, my ear is well itchy. Bill stands there scratching at it. What the? He pulls a watermelon seed out of it. Ew, gross. How did I not notice that before? Everyone laughs as Bill flicks it away and settles into bed. I better get some sleep. Got another full day of grafting to do tomorrow. Didn't their mums ever tell our islanders to not play with our food? Judging by the state of the kitchen, clearly not. Coming up, AJ and Genevieve do a thing. I'm not sure about this. Scared? No, I just don't want to hurt you. Maybe next time we chat it'll be a different kind of saucy. Stay tuned. Oh my gosh guys, that is the end of day 2 finally. I feel like it's been a really long time when it's definitely only just been 6 days. But we will leave it there today guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you still on team AJ? I think a lot of you are on team AJ and it seems like a lot of you don't really like Bill, which I find so interesting. But I'll talk more about this in the Round the Fire Pit episode that's going up next. I'm not sure when it's going to be up, but make sure you do subscribe because you'll be the first one to see it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of your support on this 2 days of Love Island. Your likes, your comments, your subscriptions have meant the absolute world to me. I know I say this all the time, but it's true. So thank you very much. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!